We on? All right. We are live, I believe. I don't see the timer clicking, but we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Red Cup Review. I'm your host, Rob Banks, and we are back.
All right. We are live.
And there's the thing that I got to figure out that I still haven't figured out yet. Hold on one second, folks.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Red Cup Review.
All right, I just got to pause that. All right, and back up. And we are good to go. Okay, so if you're hanging out in the chat room, please drop a message. We're going to be having Frank Castle, Frankie FearLess, with us on tonight as this week's guest. And we got a whole slew of things to talk about tonight. We're going to be talking about the Battlefield 5 controversy that dates back to, that doesn't date back to, but it has more to do with like Gamergate and stuff. I'm looking at the notes right now. We'll be doing an RIP to Jim Neidhart from the Hart Foundation, talking about Bruce Campbell and the Evil Dead. We'll be doing a Terrificon 2018 recap because that's where I was last week, which is why I couldn't go live. Our top 5 favorite toy lines of all times, non-high end. And I believe that's it. And in the meantime, we're going to be checking out some of the stuff I have here on the table. I'm waiting for the guest to join me, but I haven't heard from him yet. So hopefully he'll join us as we are broadcasting to you. Okay, so last week, 2 weeks ago, we had on the Special Ops Mezco Punisher figure. Well, what did I do? I took pieces of my classic Mezco Punisher Mezco Classic, and I added the harness with the 2 pistols and the backpack, the little duffel bag that I still got to fill with his weapons, and I kind of put together my own little semi-kit bash of what is going to become my definitive Punisher figure from the Mezco series. I decided on sticking with this figure, the Special Ops edition, which is that outfit right there. And as you can see, because of the classic outfit, let's see if we can undo his hands here. This is a pose I'm probably going to keep him in, but we're going to open his hands up real quick and take a look at the holsters and the guns. He's got the 2 guns, the sidearm right there, and he's got the pistol there, and the really big Punisher symbol, which I really like a lot, and it's nice, and that's what I'm going with. Bam, there you go. So that's it. This will be my Punisher figure going forward. And he falls down. They all fall down in the end. Anyways, okay, moving along here, we are going to take a look quickly, briefly, as we hope more people join us, but I want to entertain you people. While we're waiting for more people to join, please drop a comment in the comment section and let me know that you are watching and what you would like to see a closer-up version of. We have, finally, after weeks of waiting, the Hot Toys Luke. I tried ordering him through my sponsor. There was a screw-up where Sideshow didn't take the order, and then they took it. So here it is. This is the Sideshow, the Hot Toys Luke Skywalker, and the fat suit is on. Apparently this Luke Skywalker figure came with some kind of like puffy cushion underneath his outfit, like what they call a fat suit. And it restricts your articulation a little bit, but you just got to push it just a little bit to get in the right position. And this is the way I'm keeping him right now for the time being. And that's the definitive shot right there when he turns around and he's taking out all the guys on Jabba's sail barge. So that's what I'm going with for my Hot Toys Luke. And let's see if we can get a close-up on the face sculpt there for you guys. Take a look at that. This figure is really, really freaking nice. It's one of those things that out of the box, I took a look at him and I was in love with him immediately. I think they did a really good job with it. I really do. And that's how I'm keeping him. And the base is really nice. I think that all Hot Toys bases should kind of come like this from now on, where like they have the option to kind of like flip from one thing to another, and they got a nice little diorama thing going on back there. So very cool. 5 viewers. Frank Castle, where are you? You're supposed to join us, you guy. Anyways, I'm going to try and send him one more invitation, and then we are going to get the official show underway. So we got the action figures out of the way. I'm going to try and send him one more invite and see if I can get him on here. We got 5 people in the room. What's going on, everybody? 5 people, 4 viewers. 5 and 4 back in the face. Okay, this is it. Invite him on. Hopefully he'll be joining us, and hopefully there's nothing going on wrong on his end as well. He may just pop up We already sent the invite out. Okay, well, we can't wait any longer. It is 10 after 5. The chat room is open. We're going to get right into it, and we're going to start talking about I don't know, what should I talk about first? What do you guys want to talk about first? Mike B, what's up, Mike B? What's up? Let's see. We have the Battlefield 5 controversy. We have the RIP Jim Neidhart. Let's talk about the Battlefield 5 controversy. Apparently, the game Battlefield for the PlayStation and the Xbox or whatever else, you know, they're pretty much in competition with that other modified duck hunt wannabe Call of Duty. That's it. I call it the duck hunt game because it's the same thing over and over again, just shooting things and then they reload and shoots over and over. Anyways, so there's been some controversy apparently with the Battlefield 5 game that's been going on for a while now, and it just got brought to my attention this week. Basically, for the trailer, it's showing a female character with a metal arm jumping over trucks, doing crazy things, and it's supposed to take place during World War II. Now, for those that are kind of semi-educated, you know that women were involved in World War II, although it's very, 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 very small percentage at the front lines. There was a couple of sniper teams that did their thing, and they contributed mostly behind-the-scenes stuff. But I'm sure that there were my uneducated mind here on this knows that they were involved in the actual war in some kind of capacity, frontline support, stuff like that. Anyways, so the controversy coming from apparently everybody that plays not everybody, but a lot of people that play Battlefield 5 are in the game for the authenticity of it. And they really like the idea that it's very authentic to the time period that the game is trying to portray. However, you want something a little more crazy and a little bit more space marine-y or like more action-based oriented, you go to Call of Duty for that. So the Battlefield people noticed this in the trailer and started noticing that social justice warrior type, we're going to inject politic, that you guys know what I'm talking about, that we're going to make our own politics, rewrite history, that type of stuff into this game as well. And there's been an ongoing trend, which I am semi in support of. For the wait, I keep trying, keep saying error, send again. I've been writing you on screen for 10 minutes. Yes, I don't see you on screen at all. I don't see you on screen at all, Mr. Frank Castle. So we are going to try to invite you again. He says he's been typing for 10 minutes. We got Michael B is the only one that actually typed in and said he was watching. We got 5 viewers. Hold on a second, folks. Our guest is trying to get in. Okay, the invite is being sent again. Invitation posted. Mr. FearLess, invitation has been posted. So, okay, so the chief design officer, a man by the name of Patrick Soderlund, okay, came out and after the backlash from the fans said that that the fans are uneducated. You people are uneducated. That's what his answer was to the fans that have been buying his game. Now, Patrick Sutherland was with the company for around 12 years. This is EA we're talking about. I believe it was 12 years or 20 years, something like that, but it was definitely more than 12. And he was with the company for a while. He says the fans are uneducated because they're complaining about female characters being in the games with robotic arms and stuff. And again, that's supposed to be more authentic than more action oriented. So he said, accept it or don't buy the game. That's it. You have to accept it or don't buy the game. Now, to go back to what I was saying about my personal politics, I'm pretty much in support of not this particular thing in general because I don't play Battlefield. Excuse me, I don't play about these type of things, but I have to comment on it because it's pop culture stuff. So I love what they're doing with the new Star Wars movies. I love Rey. Jen Erso was played very blandly, but she was a kind of cool-looking character. And hold on, I keep saying Frank Castle says I keep trying, says error. I've been ready for stream for 10 minutes. Sent AGAIN. Sent again. Unfortunately, when he gets back to me, if he can't log in, we are probably going to take a 5-minute break. We will go do a hard break, end this live. We will be doing another live in 5 minutes when he texts me back, so if that's the case, because we want to get him on tonight. Anyways, so I like what they're doing. They're expanding this. I have a daughter. I have a young daughter as well. You know, for those of you that are familiar with the Red Cup Review, we have Captain Awesome Grayson, little man. He does a lot of reviews with me. That's my son. We also have a daughter in the family, Grayson's sister. And I like the idea that she has a lot of things now that she can get into that I can share with her in the nerd, geek, pop culture community and all that. So I'm all for it. However, fans are uneducated, and you got to accept it or don't buy the game. So the fans turn around and say, middle finger to you, EA, because EA is as we all know, is an evil company that likes to suck every penny dry from us, because every time you buy a game, it's usually incomplete from them, and they usually make you spend a ton of money on the aftermarket for DLCs. So, except that don't buy the game, friends give them the big FU, and then there's how'd they give them the big FU? Very weak pre-orders. So Battlefield is a very, very popular game. It's neck and neck. It sometimes beats out Call of Duty, to my knowledge, from my limited knowledge of this type of stuff. Very, very weak pre-orders for Battlefield 5. The fans have spoken out. This is pretty much a victory, because I tell people this all the time. When you want to vote for something, you vote for it with your dollar. If something pisses you off, if a company creates something that you can't stand, you vote with your dollar. Marvel comic sales have been in the toilet for the last 2 years. I wonder why. When you have hirings of writers that want to inject their personal politics into something that is supposed to be meant as escapism, and you have this big movement towards that. People that aren't even, you're hiring people that don't even follow comics. They're hiring writers that are very limited interaction with this type of medium, and they can't help but to change characters. For those that know and follow Marvel Comics, that you know what they've been doing for the last few years. And it kind of ruins things. And those fans have voted with their dollar, and the Marvel comic sales have kind of not been very good. Fans are now voting with their dollar here. Very weak pre-orders for Battlefield. What's the point? The point is that the following day that this all comes out, Mr. Soderlund leaves the company. 12 to 20 years in the company, and he's gone. So is he gone? Did EA get rid of him? And they were just like, oh, we respect him. It was great. He's moving on to newer and greater things and ventures. This is the guy that just said that fans are uneducated and that you have to accept it or don't buy the game. So the fans turn around and don't buy the game, and now he's no longer with the company. So that's how you get things done, people. If you want things to change, you not to get political, but if you want things to change, you have to, on a political level, you have to call your local congressman and, you know, harangue them that way, and vote with your dollar. If you don't like something or don't like the way a company is moving, you vote with your dollar, and you see change in a big, big way. And this is a victory. For those of you that want to say, oh, they're just, when I first heard this news, I was like, sounds to me like just a bunch of people complaining that a girl, a big, strong female lead, bunch of whiny fanboys. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Bunch of whiny fanboys. Then somebody that actually plays Battlefield broke it down for me and said, hey, listen, we're looking for some authenticity in this. There's nothing wrong with having a female character in a game. It's the fact that you're telling people that they're uneducated and you're beat, right? And that, there you go, the source wall writes to us. It's Comicsgate. That's exactly what it is. It is Comicsgate. So, excuse me. Anyways, so you vote with your dollar, people. When I play games like Mass Effect, which is my favorite video game of all time, I play as a female character. I love, if I'm going to spend time with an avatar in the game for 25, 30 hours plus, I create a female character. That's who I like to play. Not because I'm a feminine guy, so I like looking at females. So I want to see that on the screen, and I think it's pretty cool. It's not something we've gotten in the past. However, you don't insult your fans and then turn around and say it's their fault for not being open-minded enough, especially when you're a game predicated on historical accuracy. See how that works? So good job, everybody. And this is not a sarcastic good job. This is a good job. And from now on, you people vote with your dollar, and you become a vocal enough community, and then this stuff will happen, like him leaving the company. That's what we want to get people fired. But we want these companies to recognize that Marvel Comics turned around and said during Comicsgate, you people need to understand that we need to diversify and all this stuff in a medium that was predominantly and is still predominantly a male-centered medium. There's nothing wrong with having female characters. As a matter of fact, some of my favorite comic characters, my third favorite comic character and my third favorite fictional character is Wonder Woman. I promote the hell out of her. I got stuff hanging up in my house with her. Great character. There's nothing wrong with you don't have they always run to the sexist angle. Or you're being sexist. You know, that's the biggest cop-out in the history of cop-outs. Send again, I'm trying everything, can't do anything. Okay. Okay, Frank Castle, you're probably listening to this right now. What we're going to do is we're going to wrap up the Battlefield 5 controversy. We're going to take a hard break. Unfortunately, we're going to have to end the live broadcast. You give me 5 minutes. We will be back with Frank Castle from FearLess. So vote with your dollar, everybody. We're going to stop the broadcast. Please stay tuned. There's 5 viewers. We want to see the 5 of you guys come right back. Give me 5 minutes, and I will be back with this week's guest.